Hello, my name is LaMantia. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm the co-author of this book, The Complete Lymphedema Management and Nutrition Guide. I wrote it with Anne Demena. So Anne is a physiotherapist and a certified lymphedema therapist. And so she worked on the physical treatments of lymphedema and self-care management, and I wrote the sections on diet. So is there a diet for lymphedema? Well, based on my research, I have a whole collection of recommendations that I like to make for my clients with lymphedema. And I'll go through briefly now, and I'll set up some other videos to talk in more detail. So one thing that might be obvious is to reduce the amount of sodium in your diet. Well, you might think, well, I don't really add salt at the table. I don't use the salt shaker. The thing that's important to know about salt is it's in the food already. If you're buying processed food, a convenience food, it's in there. So you have to start reading your labels. And the best way to make sure you're on a low salt diet is to be cooking more from scratch. The next thing is you do not want a fluid restriction. So lymphedema is different from other fluid accumulation disorders. So if you have edema in your ankles, because your heart doesn't work well, or you have congestive heart failure, or if you have kidneys that don't function well, or liver problems, or even protein malnutrition, you're going to have fluid accumulation. It's treated very different from lymphedema in that with lymphedema, you don't restrict fluid. With congestive heart failure and kidney problems, etc., a lot of times the recommendation is fluid restriction. So you have to make sure you get a proper diagnosis. And if it's lymphedema, don't restrict your fluids. Another thing that's important for lymphedema is make sure you get enough protein. You want to have good muscle tone so that when you exercise, when you move, just normal activities even, that the muscle is contracting and stimulating that lymphangion, which is the pump for the lymphatic vessels. So make sure you're getting enough protein. Don't restrict. Even if you know that, well, lymphatic fluid is high protein, you might be tempted to restrict. Don't restrict. Another thing that's super important is the anti-inflammatory diet, because lymphedema is an inflammatory condition, and you want to help reduce that inflammation. What else do we want to talk about? Fats. So the lymphatic system is important for transporting fats in your diet, specifically long-chain fatty acids. So all fats and oils are made up of fatty acids, and some of them have long chains, meaning long carbon chains. And those ones require the lymphatic system for transport. In fact, they go from the intestines all the way up the central lymphatics to the left subclavian vein. So it creates a lot of congestion. So reducing the vegetable oils that are all vegetable oils are 100% long chain fat, so reducing those may help. Also, closing your eating window may help, because more than 50% of the lymphatic fluid is made in your digestive tract. So if you reduce your eating window, you're giving your lymphatic system more time to clear that excess lymphatic fluid. So think about, there's 24 hours in the day. Try and have your eating window less than half of that, so 12 hours or less. And you can implement all of these strategies gradually. In fact, I think that's better. And then you can monitor your lymphedema and notice how things are changing. So those are some of my recommendations. If you want more details or recipes, you can check out my book. And I'm going to try and post more regularly. I haven't been great with that. But please, give this video a thumbs up or comment. I'd love to see that, and ask a question. I'm happy to make other videos. Bye for now.